Here we are back again with another episode of Discover Your Spirit with your host, myself, Brenda Reading. Yes, I am a Lilydale registered medium, and this show is sponsored by Lilydale Assembly. And I have to do my little commercial before we get into the topic today. I just want to let you know that people have been very busy working on a wonderful program for all of you for the summer season in Lilydale. And if you're interested, you should go to the online catalog, which you can find at www.lilydale, it's LILYDALE, assembly.org, O-R-G. And you can click on the What's Happening tab at the top, and then it'll say catalog, and you can click on that. And you will go down the page, and you will see the catalog, and it is a wonderful flip version, all right? So you just have to toggle your little mouse down, and it will flip the pages as you do it, and you can go back and forth and back and forth, and you will be able to see all the wonderful offerings that we have for you this year. There are some preseason events too that are listed in there, so check them out. And we are the Healing Center for Healing and Spiritualism and Mediumship. It'll be our 147th year this year. So we have worked really hard to try to bring you all types of spiritual development, whether it's healing or mediumship or writing with spirit. There are some wonderful art classes. We have some amazing presenters for season highlights this year. They're coming from across the pond from the UK. We have a couple of those. And I'm sure that if you catch Willa White's podcast on Wednesdays in the morning, she will also be interviewing many of the season highlights, most of them, in fact. I am very fortunate to be able to interview two of the season highlights. One is Mike Ricksecker, and he is coming to us from various realms. He's been on the Travel Channel. He's been on Ancient Aliens. He's been on History Channel. And he's coming to do a few classes with us, as well as an auditorium event. And he has written several books. And if you go online in the catalog or on our Facebook page, Lilydale Assembly, Inc., you can read all about Mike. And of course, you can go to his own website, mikericksecker.com. He brings some wonderful make you think type of classes, portals and ascension and past life time traveling, all kinds of interesting topics to stretch the mind, right? And also, I'm going to be interviewing Nick and Tessa Groff. They are coming as our final season highlight of the year, the last week of August. They will be doing a VIP class so that you can get to know them and take a class with them for a couple hours. It's on the last Saturday in August, and also an auditorium event. And it will be my pleasure to be able to bring them to you at my next episode. Okay, so enough on that. I also want to let you know that I am also doing a preseason class myself through Lilydale Assembly. It's called Beginning Your Mediumship. And for all of you out there that are, wanting to maybe take a peek into developing your gifts or learning more about them and how they work and how we work with spirit, it's a beginner class. You don't need any experience, and it's on Zoom. It's from 9:30 to 4:30. We will have a break for lunch, and you will be able to learn from the comfort of your own home. You can wear your pajamas if you want. It's like, because you're going to be in your house. And by the end of the class, we will be in breakout rooms, and you will be connecting and giving what you got. So you will be amazed at what you can do and what you will learn about yourself, things that maybe you already knew but weren't sure about, or things that you had no idea about, and it's a complete aha moment. Either way, you can go online to lilydaleassembly.org, find my class, April 25th, 9:30 to 4:30 on Zoom. So one thing I want to say is I have been a little absent here for the last few weeks, very busy working on the program. It's my privilege to be working with some very talented individuals with the catalog, and we're also having a new website redesign. So I apologize for not being here more often, but I am here tonight. And like usual, I like to do my show with you as if we're sitting at the kitchen table, just having a conversation, maybe a cup of coffee, or for some people, it might be tea. And I feel like, I don't know about the rest of you, but the last week or two have been personally a little tough in regards to communication and misunderstandings and trying to iron out some things, with people. And it just really goes to show you. I had a dear friend tell me today that we are really all living in our own universes, right? Because it's all from our own perspective. So I want to thank my friend, who shall remain nameless at this point, for her words of wisdom, because we all need those moments where we have to talk to someone else, right? So anyways, here we are. And I have told you in the past that working with spirit is always an adventure, okay? Even the most learned medium, and I'm not saying that I'm that person, but I'm saying that there's always something new to learn, always a twist on an experience. And just when you think you understand how spirit is working with you, they will throw you a curveball. And I'm going to tell you a story about that. For me, I'm very clairvoyant, which is clear seeing. All right. I also hear a lot. I hear spirit talking to me. I'm also, I don't know if I'm not clear cognizant so much, where I know things, but, a lot of the information is communicated with me telepathically, right? Like they're sending it to me in my head. I understand it. And but I'll tell you, there are mediums out there, and we have a couple of them in Lilydale, and one of them is Jan Dreschman, that are excellent animal communicators. Okay. And I get animals, meaning like spirit may show me an animal and I might see what the animal looks like, or, how big it is, or the type of animal. But I have not been one to actually communicate with the animal's spirit, okay, the soul, if you will. Well, that all changed for me about a week ago when I was doing a reading for a client. And before I even finished my prayer, because I always open my readings with a prayer, it raises the vibration for me, for the client, and it lets spirit world know that I'm ready to work. Okay, it's one of my boundaries. All right. And before I can even finish my prayer, in my mind's eye, this little dog goes scampering across my laptop, because this was a Zoom reading. Okay. And I thought, So I thought I better, acknowledge the dog. So I stopped my prayer and I let the woman know, well, said I have a dog that just scampered across my laptop here. And I believe it's a she. I want to say she. And she's got white in her coat. And, I said, and all of a sudden, for the first time for me, I felt the love that this animal had for its person. It was overwhelming. It was so beautiful. And actually, I have to tell you, it was very much the same as the love I feel from spirit people. Okay? So here is this animal that's communicating with me all this love. So I'm letting the woman know, I said, and this little dog just loves you so much. And then the dog was communicating with my clairaudient, right? The hearing, and she was trying to tell me her name. Okay. And I'm like, I'm hearing Franny or Annie. And the woman is like, her name was Annie. I'm like, oh, I said, this is so wonderful. I said, I have never truly communicated with the essence of an animal before. I said, and it is so much like the same as a person, which, it just confirms to me now. I know in my heart of hearts that, we all have souls. Animals have souls. And so, for people that communicate with animal souls on a regular basis, they're probably just going to laugh at me, right? Because this is what they do. But for me, this was a huge, big deal. And so then as I'm sitting there with the woman, because I've got the dog, right? The dog is now letting me know that she was in her life for a long time, like a family pet. And then I see the man comes into my purview here, and he's sitting in a chair, and the little dog Annie jumps up in the man's lap. And now I'm feeling both spirits, and we figure out it's her father. And I said, would Annie have had occasion to sit in your father's lap? Because that's exactly what she's doing right now. And she's like, all the time. And it was such an amazing experience for me, because being able to feel that dog's love and the appreciation it had for her and communicate that with her. And it was important to her as well, my sitter. And it was funny because the dog also had some other things it wanted to say. And so I guess my point of this is, just like everything in life, we think that we know what we need to know, and we think that we're communicating in a way that other people are understanding us, and we have this idea of what we think. But then something can happen, and you realize there's just so much more, and maybe it isn't exactly what you thought, and you just have to accept it and be ready. And so now it's like, so now I have learned, since I've been able to feel the spirit of that dog, the next time I get an animal, I'm going to ask it, like I do my spirit people, step closer, right? And I'm going to feel into the energy and see what more I can receive from the animal spirit. Because we all know animals are very, very important to their owners. They bring so much love and comfort and joy to their lives. And it's funny, people come say, well, I really just want to hear from my dog, and I'll say, well, I can try. I said, I might get the dog, but I usually don't get a lot of information. Well, I'm hoping now with this breakthrough I've had, that will happen again. So just goes to show you that you think you've got it figured out, and then spirit throws you a curveball, and you're ready to learn more. Okay. So yes. So I feel like I just wanted to share that little story with you, and hopefully that will mean something to some of you and maybe bring a smile to your face for this day. Okay. So I think what I want to do, because I haven't been on here in a while, is I want to open it up and do some message work for you. That's what we do as mediums in Lilydale, is we prove the continuity of life. We prove that when we make that transition into spirit, that all of the things, all of our love, our feelings, our emotions, our awareness, our knowledge, our experiences, we take that with us, and we bring it with us to the other side, which really isn't the other side. It's right here. It's all happening at the same time. It's right here. But we have to refer to it as something. Some people say the Summerland, or, the other side of life, but it's really just right here. They're never far away. They're always right here, taking care of us, loving us from where they are. So I am going to see if I am drawn to someone here. And okay, Karen Hutnick, I hope I'm saying your name right, says, hello, how are you tonight? I am better. I am better. I've had a rough couple days, and you know, they say that when you've kind of popped off your course, we have to have our compass. We have to get back to our compass, and that reminds me of a prayer that I was given. It's Spirit be my compass, angels light the way, point me towards my true north to do your will this day. So there we go. So yes, so I have to get back to my person because what happens is you go down the list and then I lose you. Karen Hutnick, yes, are you here? If you're here, I would like to give you a message. So write in the comments that you're here. And hello, everyone. People that I know, people that I'm just meeting tonight, loving it every minute. So Karen, are you still here? I'd like to touch in. Yes, you are. I'd like to touch in with your energy. Okay, dear? Now, I always start with a prayer, so just give me a second here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say it out loud. I'm going to share it with you all. For those of you that I have read for, you've heard it. For those of you that I have taught, you've heard it. But I'm going to say it. Father, Mother God, Infinite Spirit, we ask that you make me a clear and perfect channel for everyone here tonight. We ask our spirit loved ones, teachers, guides to draw near to us, and we are so grateful, for we know that the words spoken are filled with your truth, wisdom, and understanding of the highest. Surround us in your beautiful pink and white, unconditional, loving light. Amen. So Karen, as I step into your energy, okay, I feel like I have a man in spirit here, and I feel like I want to describe him as he liked to have fun, okay, and for some reason I'm hearing the song "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." So I don't know if he would have liked to watch baseball, play baseball. I don't know, but I think he's just letting me know that he liked a good it's summertime where he's showing me this, and I feel like he worked hard, but when it was time to play, he liked to play, and I feel like he liked his ball. Okay, so I'm just going to give that to you, and I hope it makes sense to you. Okay, dear. Yes, and and I also feel like it wasn't just a once in a while thing. This man was a dedicated baseball fan. All right, and he's telling me that he's kind of an all in or out kind of guy. All right, I feel like he either really believed in something or he really didn't, and but when he did, he was all in. Do you understand? And I feel like his hair got kind of thin on top, and I'm kind of impressed by the size of his nose. All right, it's, let's just say, it's very distinguished feature on his face. I feel like I'm on dad's side of the family with this man, and I feel like I'm feeling some stuff in his shoulders and his back. Like I'm feeling a little hunched over with him, like he would have gotten to an older age and he had this problem, where he was a little hunched over. I hope that resonates with you, Karen. And I'm hoping that oh my, your husband. Okay, jeepers. All right, well, yeah. Now you say, okay, that's my dad. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't feel like it's he's older, okay, honey. So I don't feel like it would be of someone of your age group. And yeah, so and he's saying to me that you're kind of the same way in that trait, okay, that you're like an all in kind of girl, like and you don't how is he saying? He says you jump in with both feet, and sometimes a little quicker than you should, without taking a good look around everything to make sure you know what you're doing. He says you like to jump right in, and he's quite proud. He's actually quite proud because he's calling you a go getter. All right, and that you have been that person to take on a lot of extra things, because you're a go-getter and you jump in and you like to be right in the middle of everything, is what he's saying. So your dad is just fine, okay, and I feel it's funny because I feel like he's handing me some popcorn. Like, here you go. Here, have some popcorn. Because we're going to sit and watch the game here, and he's just fine. And I feel like he is acknowledging that you have had to learn to do some things for yourself by yourself. Okay, and that but that you are taking things in stride. All right, and that he says you're no quitter. And this, I don't know if he used to like to talk in baseball isms, if that's what you want to call it, but I feel like he's saying you're going to get another chance at bat, honey, so don't give up. Okay, so I'm not sure what that means. Um, but he's saying you're going to get another chance at bat, so don't give up. All right. So I am going to. Okay, so you can confirm that that's how he was, and that's how you are. All right, and yeah, yeah, I feel like you had a nice relationship with your dad, and he's just know that he's keeping his eyes on things. All right, and taking care of you from where he is. So I just want to leave you with lots of love. And I'm calling him your dad, okay? You didn't call him your father. He's your dad, all right? Makes a difference. And thank you very much, Karen, for letting me give you that message. All right. Let's see where else we are tonight. Let's see. I'm going to go back a little bit. Jessica Paxton, are you still here? Jessica Paxton. Okay, Jessica Paxton. Your last name is on there. Jessica Paxton. Are you here? I'll wait just a second. Actually, I feel like I want to start, okay? Because Jessica, I feel like I want to start this reading because I feel like I have a lady in spirit here for you. And I feel like she's stepping in pretty close. So, feels like a mother, but she might be one of those grandmas that are like very involved in your life, but she is. Okay, good, Jessica, I'm glad you're here. She's stepping in very close to you, and I feel like I feel like this lady had a problem. I want to talk about her throat and down into the chest. All right. So I don't know. I just feel like this whole thing is affected for her. Okay. And I feel like talking was a problem for her. And I feel like which really irritated her because I feel like this woman liked to talk, and with her not being able to talk the way she wanted to, it was kind of hard. And I feel like she really loved people. All right. I don't know if she was a waitress or if she was in because I feel like she's out and around a lot of different people, but I feel like she would have seen some of the same people a lot. All right. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you, Jessica, but I feel like she's talking about she had her regulars. Okay. People that she would talk to. All right. And whatever type of business she had, her regulars is what she's saying. And I feel like she was the kind of person that people could tell their woes to. She probably heard more than what she would have liked to. Like people would tell them their story, and ask for her guidance and stuff like that. And I feel like she was around people for a long time. All right. So like in some type of a service industry. I don't know, people that have their regulars. So I don't know if she cut hair, was a waitress, whatever. But so anyways, Jessica, I feel like I also feel like I feel like she's giving me some memories from your childhood. all right, and that she would have known you as a child, and that she was involved in your life. Okay, so I don't, if this is grandma, I don't feel like this was a lady that was, you saw her twice a year or something like that. That's not what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like she was around you more. Okay, and I'm hearing Marie or Mary or something like that, a connecting name with her. Okay, so I'm going to give you that as well. But Jessica, I don't know if any of this makes any sense to you. It's okay if it doesn't, but it'd be nice if you could let me know. Um, but I feel like she wants to give you a message in regards to. It's like you can't quite make up your mind if you're going to like, try something, it's, or you're working on something and it hasn't been working out exactly the way you would have liked it to. Okay, and I feel like she's saying she wants you to just give it a little more time. All right, don't give up, give it a little more time. Let things play out um, a little bit more. Oh, I think you may be talking about my spiritual healer and teacher, Bernadette. Lovely, lovely. Okay. Did she have a mom-like quality or grandma-like quality to you? Because I guess that would make sense because she just steps in close, and she did have her regulars. All right, service industry. I guess that could be true. She's a lovely person, but I feel like she's just not wanting you to give up. All right, and just let things, if you have to step away for a little bit just to clear your mind, it's okay, but don't give up. Okay, so she wants you to just keep on going. So I'm going to leave that with you, Jessica. um, she's a lovely soul. All right, and she's known you for quite some time is what I feel. All right, and the thing about our spirit people, all right, they know what I believe wholeheartedly. Um, and I'll tell you, it's because they sometimes weigh in on things that are going on right now, specific things that there's no way I would know. And I feel like um, if you, especially Jessica, if she was your, spiritual healer and mentor, teacher, you can still talk to her. Okay, if you don't want to talk to her out loud for obvious reasons, I mean, I do because everybody knows I do, right? So that's the way it is. But if you want to just talk to her with your mind, do it. If you're not doing it, do it and ask her questions. All right, and I feel like especially before you go to sleep at night, like if something is bothering you or you need guidance, if I have trouble, I just say, I'm going to ask spirit for help and see what happens, because there is so much help from the other side for everyone. So that message isn't just for Jessica, that's for all of you. All right. Your people love you, they want to help you. Ask for help. Okay. Okay. So let's see. I am going to see if I have another person that I am drawn to here. Oh, I have some of my friends on here. Hi, Julie Hoisington. How are you? How you doing? Liz Curtis, one of my students, but she's amazing and love it. Yeah, thanks for popping on. Thanks for listening to me on here when you have to listen to me during class too, so I thank you for that. Okay. Let's see. Zelda, I love it. I love your name. Zelda Morgan. Hello from West Virginia. Hello from Buffalo, New York, right? And I got to tell you, it was warmer today, but I don't know what's going on with me. I'm still freezing. I have my blanket right here, okay? I'm still freezing. Can't get rid of it. Hello, Zelda. How would you like a little mini reading? A message, right? Just a message. Let me know, Zelda, if you're still here. Um, I would like to start. I would like to start with a little message for you, Zelda. Um, awesome. All right, she's still here. Okay. Zelda, I feel like I too have a lady for you, but she is I feel like I'm on mom's side of the family, but I feel like I want to go up a generation and over. Okay, so teaching moment here for me, up a generation would be like mom's level, right? And over would be like a sister, okay? Like your mom's sister, like an aunt, all right? That's what it's feeling like to me. All right. So I'm going to give you a little bit of information here. This woman liked to talk with her hands. Okay. And I also feel like I got a Siggy going on here. All right. And I feel like most of the time, I don't know that she smoked much of it because she was too busy talking. Okay. So I feel like, she kind of had it in her hand, and that was kind of a fixture for her for a lot of years. I also feel like this woman, she wasn't about, how some people say, oh, they have heirs, like they're all about the clothes and the diamonds and how many cars do people have. This woman didn't care anything about that. What she cared about was how you treated people. All right. And I also feel like I feel like she's got lighter hair. All right. And I don't mean like white because she got old. I think she's showing me a little picture of herself a little bit younger. Okay. And she's kind of lighter in hair. And I feel like she might have been a little fluffy like me. All right. She's not a skinny mini. And I feel like, at the end of the day, she liked to sit in her chair. But I feel like I'm outside with her. All right. I feel like she appreciated the outdoors, and she'd get done with her chores and she'd like to sit outside and, have a good chat or just, relax. And yeah, so that's what she feels like to me. And I feel like sometimes she could get herself in trouble because she kind of told it the way it was. Do you understand? So I don't know if you're understanding this woman, Zelda. Let me know if she's making any sense, if I'm making any sense to you, because I feel like she might be that one person in your family that you never knew quite was going to come out of her mouth because she, it just kind of did, and everybody kind of knew that about her, and they just, oh, that's just so and so, right? So that's what she feels like to me. I feel like she had some heart issues. All right, I feel like my arteries are kind of cloggy, and I feel like she might have had some problems with her legs, with circulation. That's the word. Trying to grab it. Her circulation isn't good. I feel like her legs hurt her. All right. And I feel like she didn't like people taking care of her. So, it was tough for her to get around. She did what she could. So, Zelda, I don't know if this is making any sense. Let me know. I'm going to keep going here. But what I want to say to you, Zelda, I feel like she's talking about she's doing this with my throat, and I feel, oh, okay, sounds like a cousin. Is it on mom's side? Just wondering because that's she's up and over. All right, which also is where cousins are. Okay, they're not right close in here. They're out. All right, on my mapping. All right, for me, which is one way to help you decide who they are. Teaching moment. All right. But what I want to say is she's going like this to my throat. And I feel like you got to talk about it. All right. It's like you got to get it off your chest. You got to spit it out. Okay. So whatever it is, there's something that you've been keeping down. All right. And this cousin, as you say, would be the one that, she would just blurt it out if she needed to. So, I feel like there's something going on here, and it is mom's side of the family. Thank you. And you have to find a way to say it, okay? And she's got a sense of humor. She's like, and once you start, it's easier every time. she's making me laugh. Like once you start blurting things out, it's real easy. So she just know that she pops in and she's encouraging you to have that conversation that you need to have. All right. And once you do, you're going to feel better. and might be easier the next time. Thank you for letting me touch in with your cousin. And yeah, she's kind of a hoot, is what I want to say. And God bless you. All right. I'm going to find another person here. Oh, it makes sense. Okay, great, great, great. All right. Let's see. I'm just going to go back a little bit here. See. You know, it's like it's mostly women that pop in here, you know, that kind of, oh, there's other people freezing. Okay, I don't feel so bad now. Um, you know, we get a lot of women that listen and pop in and come down, but I'm looking Ron Tantino. All right. Um, thank you. Great words, Brenda. I've been visiting the Dale for over 45 years. So you probably have a lot of spirit people, right? Yeah. Ron, would you like a message tonight? Let me know if you're still here. Okay. Um, yeah. So hi, Laura. Hi, Barb. Yeah, my buddies. It's nice to see you on here. Um, no, Valerie, I'm freezing too. All right. So Ron, if you're still here, say something, and I'd like to let's. Actually, I'm just going to start because I feel like I have a gentleman here and he's kind of laughing when I say gentleman. I feel like he's a buddy. All right. This is what I feel like. He's like through thick and thin. He's a buddy. All right. Now, some people have brothers that that are like buddies, but I do feel like this is a buddy. All right. And I feel like this was someone that he's saying through thick and thin, and I do feel he's on the taller side. All right. And I feel like he's got rather long arms, and just physical as I look at him. And I feel like you guys knew each other for quite some time. Okay. And he's he's just a real good egg. That's how I want to describe him. Is that he's the kind of guy that would do anything to help anybody. All right. And he's I feel like there was a lot of sadness for you when he passed. um I don't know if he had something going on in his head. All right, because I'm just feeling something here. um So I don't know if he had a stroke, or you know what I mean, something like that. It feels like there's a little bit of confusion too. So he might have had one of those nasty illnesses that we get sometimes when we're older. But Ron, you haven't let me know you're still here, but I'm going to finish the message for you. He is doing just fine. And he's not in any hurry to see you. Keep doing what you're doing. Um, and I feel like he's saying the gang. He's saying the gang is here. So I feel like you had more friends together. All right, that there were a bunch of you, and he's they've reunited, and he's just a nice man. All right, he's kind of got a funny chuckle because I'm listening to him laugh, and I feel like he's got a little bit of a funny laugh, kind of thing going on. So yeah, so I'm just going to leave that with you. Very um, heartfelt message. Like just he's fine. And he just loved being your buddy. Okay, that's what I have. All right. Let's see. Let's see what I have for you. Hmm. Let's see. Let's do another one. We got time to do another one, right? Let's see. Valerie. Valerie Polak. Okay, I think I'm saying your name right, Valerie. Um, are you still here? Because I would like to give you a message, Valerie. All right. Let's see. I'm just going to fill in. There you go. Hi, Valerie. How are you doing? All right. Valerie, I have a man here in spirit for you, and I feel like this man loved music, okay? And I feel like he loved to move. He loved to dance, and I feel like I've got a band. Like I don't know if he would have had the occasion to go listen to bands, or it's big band music or something. But he loved music, okay? And and I think he liked to sing along too. And he is dancing now, and I feel like he brings a woman with him. All right, he just pulled her in, and I feel like they both would have danced together. And I feel like I want to. It's funny. I feel like he's taken me back to, like, I don't know, the 40s, 50s, and like band music, and the whole wartime thing. So I don't know if we're going back a while. Oh, granddad, you never met. Ah, okay. Wow. Was he in the military? Because I feel like there's some kind of military thing going on here. Like, and I feel like I'm back in the day. You know what I mean? And yeah, and I feel like yes, thank you. He was a proud man, okay? He was a proud man. And was this I feel like there was an injury to this man, okay? Some type of injury, um, you know, at some point. Um, I feel like he, taken too young, and I don't know. I'm getting a name of like Don or Ron, or as a connecting name or something like that. Okay, with him, and a Michael. All right, that just popped in. But now the woman though that he's with, okay, I feel like it feels like it would have been his wife. All right, and I feel like you also know her. All right, I feel like you would have known her. Um, but I'm not 100% sure. I think she's passed. I mean, I don't think he's showing me a memory from back in the day where he would have been dancing with his girl, his wife. Um, I feel like she's passed. Okay. Um, and the picture that she's showing me, she has her hair all done, and they're just dancing. And I feel like, she was, without him for quite some time, and they're back together. Okay. um and let's see what the message, why, I think it's lovely that he popped in for you, especially since you didn't get a chance to meet him. Okay, so she has passed away. Well, know that they are back together. Okay, and back to doing the things they loved to do back in the day, right? um It's funny. I also feel this is just a little piece of evidence. I don't know if you knew this about. I feel like he might have liked to smoke a cigar once in a while. Okay, because he's talking about a stogie. The older people like to smoke the stogie. I don't. It's kind of interesting. He's just showing me. I don't smell it. Usually I do, but he's talking about smoking a stogie back in the day. So I don't know if that means anything to you, but yeah. And I feel like I wanted. So you did. I feel like you were close to your grandma. Okay, that's what I want to say, and she is happy. Okay, you can know that. All right, Valerie. So I'm going to leave that with you, and so I just want to tell you, I some people here I know, very few compared to all the people that you have, that you are writing in and stuff, and I really appreciate that you tune in, and give me a chance to talk to you about mediumship and how it works, and trying to take the fear out of it for everyone, that it's really quite natural, and we all have our spirit people, and they just want to be remembered and thought about and loved. And so, if you have time this week, sit down in the chair and just think about one of your spirit loved ones and just send them love. Feel the love in your heart that you have for them, and just send it to them. And you might be surprised. You might get a little sign. So I just want to thank you tonight for tuning in with me. Have a great couple weeks. If everything goes as planned, I will have Nick and Tessa Groff. It will be recorded, but it's going to be a fantastic interview. Tessa is a medium, and Nick is a paranormal ghost hunter investigator. He's really quite famous, and he has a movie coming out shortly. And so we're going to talk about how the two, I'm very interested to see how, as a married couple, she's got the medium aspect and he's got the ghost, hunting aspect. And how does that work together? It should be a very interesting interview. So have a great couple weeks. Take care.